Hi, I'm Owen Fitzpatrick, author of the Charismatic Edge and creator of the Online Charisma Training Academy and Online Time Mastery course. 2 online programs you should definitely get. They're brilliant, like they're really, really good. I'm not just saying this, but they are, seriously, genuinely. Anyway, this is another episode of the Sarcastic Series. In this, I will talk to you about how to stay angry. A lot of people talk about anger management, but they talk about it as if, oh, how to manage your anger because they want to be more relaxed or calm. What I want to talk to you about now, because I've never seen a video on this, is how to become more angry, how to be able to really manage your anger. But I'm going to give you a number of tips and strategies and tools and techniques, etc., to become as angry as possible. First of all, one of the most important things is hold grudges. A lot of people don't hold grudges. They kind of think about it and then they forgive. Forgiving is one of the worst things you can do if you want to stay angry. If you want to stay angry and you forgive people, then you're just ruining it. You're just destroying it. Whenever anyone slights you or causes a problem for you anyway, and even if they don't, but you think they might have or kind of did, take offense and hold a grudge. Hold a grudge means that you bring it up every once in a while and you say to yourself, right, that person is now blacklisted for me. I mean, you don't have to use the word blacklisted, but you can go, yeah, that person's in the bad books or the blacklist. And from there on in, I'm not going to take on board anything that person says. I'm not going to listen to them. The more you hold a grudge, the more you resent people. Resentment is so good for anger. Like, for example, I resent that fly that I didn't manage to successfully kill, but the fly keeps coming across and I'm holding a grudge against that fly. And if it comes one more time, I'm going to execute it. Now, do not report me to any animal agencies. Flies are not protected by these animal agencies. I'm just saying. I love animals and I actually love flies. I just don't appreciate a fly coming in the middle of it, something like that. And I really do hold a grudge against it. Second tip is to make sure that you let it fester. You know, a lot of people, they hold grudges, but they only think of it once in a while. Letting it fester means that you start to bring up images in your mind of all of the reasons why whatever happened, and you imagine that the person that did whatever it is that they did to you is already thinking mad thoughts. For example, in that case, the fly, which I didn't kill, by the way, so you didn't see me kill anything, so you can't say anything. But that fly, for example, I would imagine that the fly's intention, and it's going to itself, I'm going to make sure that I get in the way. I'm going to make sure I piss off Owen and destroy all his videos. So I'm going to keep moving forward and backwards just to make him feel bad. Now that might not be true. Probably the fly's just flying. Do you know what I mean? There's lights here, the fly's going, oh, I like lights, let's fly with lights. That's probably what's happening. But I don't think that. I let it fester. I imagine this fly deliberately doing it, and I keep thinking about it over and over again. The next tip is to focus on the unfairness of the situation. You see, a lot of times the reality is that life is unfair. But the way we are able to deal with that is just accept the unfairness and just get on with it. If you want to be angry, accepting is the worst thing to do. Do not accept. Acceptance is for losers. You want to be winning and arguing and feeling bad and being aggressive and being angry, you need to focus on the unfairness of the situation. You need to think to yourself, how unfair is this? This is so wrong. And get really with the wrong and feel this sense of injustice. Injustice is great for anger because when you feel injustice, it bubbles up and it turns into anger. So start to ask yourself, what are all the different parts of your life where things are unfair? Look at the world. I mean, it's so easy. And ask yourself, how is the world unfair? The more you do that, the easier it is for you to feel really, really bad and really, really angry. Next is shout and tense up. I call it shout and tense, shout and tense, shout and tense. I do not mean tense as in the things that people go to when they're in camping sites. I'm saying shout and tense, as in, and I'm not talking about past, present, and future. I'm saying tense your body up. Tension allows your brain to get the signal that says, oh, there's the fly, there's a fly, there's a fly. No, you didn't get it that time either. Shouting means that you're elevating the amount of energy that you have. So you're like, argh! And then tension means that you're sending signals to your brain saying, something's wrong, you know, there's injustice, there's a problem here. And that makes it way easier to get angry. If you relax your body and you speak normal and relax to yourself and you're much more casual, it's a lot harder to be angry. So if you truly want to get angry, then again, shouting and tensing, shout and tense, shout and tense, shout and tense is good, okay? Also, incidentally, if you are in a campsite and you do shout intense, then that's pretty good as well, because again, there's a small space, so people are going to be like, oh shit, and they'll come in and they'll be angry themselves, and other people angry makes it easier for you to be angry too. The next key is use shoulds. A lot of people are like, you should do this, and that's a great word for anger, because when you set rules up and then you don't achieve those, like the rules are broken, that can piss people off and get you angry as well. So make sure you set lots of shoulds. Like, ask you, before you go to a hotel, for example, ask yourself, how should they, if they were perfect, be doing things? And then notice the discrepancy between how things should be and how things are. Noticing the gap between how things should be and are is a great way of getting angry. And whatever you do, do not accept it. Remember, no acceptance if you want to get angry. So should be, are, difference, anger, fury, hate. Brilliant. It works great, you know? Because again, nothing can be perfect. The more you remind yourself of that, the more you see it, the more angry you'll get. It's wonderful. And then the last tip is to make sure you get support from other angry people. You know, there's talk shows, wonderful talk shows that you can call up and you can, complain, and other people complain, and everyone complains. And usually they don't just complain going, I'm a bit disappointed. To be put on air, they have to be angry. They get instructions. Politicians are wonderful as well. When politicians are looking to get elected, it's like, it's a disgrace, it's a disgrace, it's a disgrace, until they get elected, in which case they go, this is the way we have to do it, this is the way we have to do it, this is the way we have to do it. And then they get off again and they go, it's a disgrace, this is crazy. So that's the way it works. So therefore, surround yourself with other people that are like, which will make it easier for you to be, and by all of you being, it means you'll be more angry. Now, of course, people will say the way to manage your anger is to, number one, learn to forgive. Being able to make it so that you realize people are people and mistakes will be made, and the more that you harbor it, the more that you're using the energy in the wrong kind of way. People will tell you, let it go. Get the ability to be able to let problems go and just move on. People will tell you to be able to realize and accept the unfairness of life and be okay with that. People will tell you to be able to relax your body and to be able to speak in a calm way and learn to manage your own physical responses. People will tell you to make sure that you avoid using should, and you start to accept the way that things are different and never accepting that things have to be the way they are when they're perfect, but being okay with the imperfections in the world. And also people will tell you to surround yourself with peaceful, wonderful, loving people, and all of those will in turn help you be able to be more relaxed. Yeah, it'll help you to be more relaxed, it'll help you to be more calm, but won't help you to be angry. So remember all the stuff I said to get really angry. If you can do that, then you can be angry at anyone, in any context, in any situation, towards any effect, even if it's a fly. And if you can be angry at a fly, the world will be waiting. I have no idea what that means. Neither do you. I'm Owen Fitzpatrick. Thanks for watching.